What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ropes. So, Black History Month is coming up. It's just one day away. And I, for one, have always hated Black History Month. Looking back on it, I think even as a kid, I hated it because the stories are just so depressing. All it is just a bunch of depressing stories. You're going to hear about how Martin Luther King caught a bullet to his head. You're going to hear about Malcolm X getting killed. You're going to hear about Rosa Parks just trying to sit down and having a hard time. You're going to hear these same stories just repeated over and over and over again. And yeah, sure, they'll throw in, George Washington Carver in there to make you feel better. This guy created peanut butter. And not to shit on his accomplishment because everybody's had a damn peanut butter and jelly sandwich at some point in their life, right? But they talk about that as if that's the only invention that our people has brought to this world. That's it, peanut butter. I mean, as a kid, that's what I was really believing. They wanted us to celebrate the guy who made peanut butter, all right? They don't want to talk about nothing else. We have brought so much to this planet and we get no credit at all. It will not be discussed. Credit taken by somebody else. This is our real history that it's been stolen. That's really what it is. And what they are about to do, and you guys can all look this up. I encourage people to look this up. The government has approved millions of fucking dollars to be poured into a celebration of 400 years of slavery. All right. I think this takes place next year. They are about to trick us into celebrating slavery for 400 years, which, I'm going to tell you something, and listen, you can believe me or not. I'm not going to elaborate on it too much because I just don't feel like arguing with people. But 400 years of slavery, that story is bullshit, okay? Yes, slavery did go on in America and other parts of the world, but it was nowhere near 400 fucking years, all right? It's bullshit, all right? It's something that they exaggerate because they want you to believe that all you are is a damn slave. That is your history. You have no history before that. Have you ever just sit back and thought, we are the original people of this earth? There's no debating that, okay? We are the original man on this damn planet. And you mean to tell me that a race of people who have been here between 6,000, 10,000 years, anywhere in between there, came along and just saved everybody? All the tens of thousands of years that black people, quote unquote black people, walked this planet, that we were just all in misery until 5,000, 6,000 years ago. It's bullshit, all right? It's bullshit. They want to hide your true identity from you. That's why they give you the label of being black. Because, yes, black people were slaves in this country. Black people were. Once they gave you that label of being black. That's not even the name of our people. That's another thing that we've been tricked into calling ourselves. That's a label that we have accepted. Even though it's nowhere on the map, you can't find a place called black anywhere. You can't find a place called white anywhere. But these are labels that were put out there for a certain reason. And I want people to wake up to this shit, man, and start understanding. And you don't have to believe me. You can listen to this and say that I'm full of shit all you want to. All I'm asking you to do is just open your damn eyes and your ears and pay attention to what is about to go on, man. They have paid a whole bunch of black leaders, so-called leaders in the quote unquote black community to trick us, to help trick us into remembering that, all we were slaves and we just had this terrible time. That's our whole existence. They are all going to be in on it, man. All of them. Checks have been written. You can look this up, man. This is public information. They have approved big budgets for schools and churches and all these different things that they've done to get you to believe that you are just a slave. That is your history. They have poured money into schools to help destroy your damn child. And I encourage you, ask your kid this month in February, ask them what they're being taught about Black history. Just ask them and see what they tell you. There's going to be a lot of the same depressing stories that we've heard, I'm sure. But just ask them, and hopefully you can educate yourself enough to put them up on game about who they really are, where they really come from, how important they really are now, and how important they've been in history. Don't even talk to them about slavery at all. Talk to them about the great things that we have done for this world. That's what they need. They need to understand that. We need to fight against this big budget that has been put behind reminding people that they were slaves and exaggerating the shit and making it seem like it was longer than what it was. Because that's the truth. I don't care. You can come on here and you can try to, do a whole bunch of regurgitating of what they told you. The truth was, I'm not buying it. Okay, I'm not buying the 400-year thing. Okay, but just sit back and watch. You're gonna see a whole bunch of slavery movies pop up again, and I could just see our people going and just eating that shit up and giving them money to view this type of shit. I don't watch slave movies. I've said that before. I don't. I finally did watch Django Unchained. I finally did watch that movie, but I still haven't seen what was it? How many years? 7 years a slave or something like that. I still haven't watched that movie. I haven't watched The Maid, The Butler, none of those movies because I just don't like those movies because I know what those movies are produced to do. So, like I say, man, just sit back and watch what's about to take place. Sit back and remember what I'm telling you. When you see this happening, remember what I told you, okay? This is being intentionally done. But that's my video. Leave your comments. I'm out. Deuce.